Hello, my name is Trevor Houston. I work with Space-Ray. This is our newest model, our low-profile 42,000 BTU LP brooder. And we want to talk about how to keep brooders clean today so that you can maximize profits and minimize expenses. First of all, a couple of features on this brooder. You can see the low-profile hanging bracket, which allows itself to be winched closer to the ceiling. We obviously have our safety chain in place, which is standard that we require and request everybody do. We have a waterproof box here, watertight box. It's made of aluminum so that you don't have to worry about it leaking should you decide to spray and disinfect and wash down the brooder. It's perfectly capable of being wet and dried and put back to use. This is our flip-flop valve, which changes from natural to LP. Should you ever have need to change gas types, you don't have to buy a new valve. Just change the stem, flip-flop it around. It's also fully potted, and being fully potted allows it to be washed down and disinfected just like the box. We think you'll enjoy this brooder. It's got a lot of unique features, but the main thing is we're getting ready to clean it up and get ready for the next group. Most people use a leaf blower, backpack blower, something of that nature, or even a whole house blower hooked behind your tractor to clean their brooders. That is a good first step. That's the easiest way to clean the surface dust off to beginning with, but that is not completely clean the brooder. We're also gonna, after we blow it off with this leaf blower, we're going to use an air compressor so that we can get forced air up into the burner itself and actually clean the burning surface of the inside of the burner. As you can see, we did a pretty good job of getting the surface dust off with that leaf blower, but we didn't do it completely like we need it to be done in order to have a good, clean operating brooder that's going to last a long time and give you good service. So now step 2 is going to be to use the high pressure air to blow up inside the burner and completely clean it off properly. So now we have our air compressor connected, hooked up. Now we can do our fine-tuning cleaning with higher pressure, higher velocity air. So all these places like this that the leaf blower didn't get, we can now get cleaned off. It's very important to get all of the dust from around the gas control valve. If you ever have any maintenance to do on this valve, you'll be better off if it's as clean as possible. I also like to blow up in the venturi. This is the venturi of the burner. This is where the fresh air comes in and mixes with the gas in order to give us proper combustion. If we don't have enough air, or if it's restricted in any way, then we're not going to get proper combustion and the heater is not going to burn properly. So we want to clean this extremely well. And you can see when I did that how the dust came out of the burner. Now I want to go around the burner and clean the edges of the burner. I'm trying to blow air inside the ports of that burner to blow that dust back down that I had previously blown up in there. Then we'll give it another hit here. Another very important thing is I want you to look at the holes on this emitter. This emitter has little holes stamped in it all over. That's very important for the proper oxygen mixture to be operating with your gas on the emitter. Gas, or fire rather, wants to burn. And if this fire cannot get the proper air from inside the venturi, it's going to leap outside this emitter through these holes and actually burn on the outside of the emitter. When that happens, it's going to warp your emitter and it'll damage it and it'll shorten the lifespan of it. So we want to keep this emitter clean and we want to keep the venturi very clean. I don't want any of those holes to have dust in them. The last thing I want you to do with cleaning your brooder is a once per year maintenance operation, and that's just cleaning the orifice of the burner itself. It's easy to do with the Space-Ray LoPro Brooder. You just take the spring-loaded clip and move it up out of the way, and you can pull out the control arm, and you'll see there's your orifice in the end of the control arm. You need to get an orifice bit so that you can properly pull the trash out of the orifice and not just poke it in. And so when you stick it in, you want to turn it and then pull it back. When you get finished with that, just put it back into its bracket, put the spring-loaded clip back in place, and you're ready to brood chickens. Again, only once a year am I asking that you do this, and that's usually in the end of the summer, the beginning of the fall. Now that we've got the brooder blown off, now that we've got it blown out with high pressure air, and we've made sure the venturi's clean, we've cleaned our orifice, we should be ready to grow chickens. So we're gonna light it up, and there you go. One important thing to note, when you see blue flame, that's good. If it's yellow or if it's orange, that means it's dirty. You should shut it down and clean it some more if you absolutely have to. But as long as we've got blue flame like we do here, we're good to go. If you're already a Space-Ray customer, we appreciate your business. But if you're not, please visit us at spaceray.com on our webpage and join the family. Thank you. Have a great day.